regardless, I wasn't trying to get, anything too crazy out of this, but yeah, I think that's kind of where we're going to roll into what today's video is about. Yeah, we're going to get some skating in here. I don't know if I'm going to break this up or not, but yeah, I'm just going to get right to it here. Yeah, I've kind of burnt myself out with this whole content thing that's, involved with YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and doing all this stuff, and it's consuming me, and I'm not liking what it's doing to me mentally. I'm just not mentally in a place that I was when I originally started this. Yes, I'm progressing and I'm getting better throughout the year and all that kind of stuff, and it's great to see all the comments, and it's great to see people, that the handful, maybe 10 people out of, I'm now at all of 108 subscribers, so I can't be mad about that. That is an awesome achievement just for the 6 months that I've been doing this, literally starting from nothing. My first video I put out got all of 6 views. So, it's great to have some of the big accomplishments of view counts and stuff like that I've had. But it's weighing me down. I feel a little bit too overwhelmed with all this stuff that it just goes into this. I have a lot going on personally as well. So just adding all this to it is just getting to be way too much for me. Yeah. A couple of things that are going on. It's just I don't see them going in the direction that I originally saw them going, and I see it just taken away from the fun and the actual just passion that I have for these things, and getting mad about things that I put out and all that kind of stuff is just taken away from the joy of actually doing it. And there's days that I find myself not wanting to go out and do things, but I do anyways, strictly to get content to share with the world. And yeah, it's not working anymore. It's just not. I'm still gonna be throwing stuff up on my own time, on my own, when I feel like doing it. I'm not going to thrive to be posting something every single day like I've been doing nonstop for the last 6 months. It's not worth it to me. I'm a nobody. Nobody knows me aside from the people that have subscribed to me, and even at that, it's more of a word of mouth thing. And then I've had one really big video that I gained a shitload of subscribers from, but since then it's been basically nothing. And I've had none of those people comment on my videos. Barely anybody comments on my videos except for the OG people, the guys, the Heretic fam, all you guys. Obviously we all try to support each other, so that's been something that's kind of just been keeping me going at this point. But if I have 110 subscribers and I know that, let's say 10 of them have the possibility of commenting, that leaves 100 people that my videos get thousands of views, and I'll get maybe 10 comments, and then half of those are the guys that I know, and then a couple of my buddies that I skate with. So it's like, out of all these people that view it, 2-3 people will say something. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody tries to say, yeah, it's all for the fun. But if it was just strictly for the fun, we wouldn't be putting these videos on here. We put them on here to try to share what we do, our passions in life, with the world. And for people like me, who's just a regular guy, I'm nothing special. I don't fall into the beginner category. I don't fall into the amateur pro category. I'm just that middle of the road dude who has his good days and his bad days. That's it. That's where I'm at. And we're just kind of in that gray area of the skateboard world. So I really feel like this is just taken away from my passion of it. And yeah, so On that note, I may save this and just put this out as a personal little vlog in itself, just with talking. But yeah, I feel like I just have to kind of take a step back from all this. Yeah, I got to just get back to just doing it because I love it, and I do absolutely love this. I'm just gonna kind of throw in there that I hit a rock bottom earlier this year. I've hit a couple over my life. I have not had an easy life by any means. It seems like, I'm always, trying to be positive about things most of the time, unless I'm getting angry and throwing my board around because I can't land tricks. But, that's different. That's because I have such a passion for this. Like, when I can't do things, it gets to me. I know I'm capable of doing it, and when I can't, it frustrates me. So, there's nothing wrong with that. I get frustrated when I can't do the things I know I can do. So, that part of it, it is what it is. But I've had some serious struggles in life. I've had, I'll just be perfectly honest with you guys. I've struggled with addiction and drinking and all that kind of stuff over the years. It's affected myself. It's affected my family. It's affected many people. It's trickled down throughout my family. It's just kind of how it is. I got the short end of the stick, and I've had very tough times. But finding skateboarding when I did, I was just coming off the snowboard season, and I kind of, like I said, hit a rock bottom, and pretty much, I was at a serious crossroads in life and had no idea what I was gonna do. I've been in the lowest of lows before, if anybody knows what I'm trying to say. And I try to keep myself away from that. But yeah, at that point when I started this whole thing, that literally saved me. I had found my passion again. I hadn't done this in a long time. And then really putting some effort back into it and starting to get that joy and that feeling of landing tricks and of just being out there and being on the board again. It became a necessity for me. I needed to do it because I had to get out there to be able to clear my brain and just be able to focus. This year has been very tough for me. I basically have not worked all year. For numerous reasons. I was not one of those people, collected unemployment and all that kind of shit, so I don't want to hear anything about it. I literally went through this entire year with nothing. And I am a father. I haven't been able to contribute at all to my daughter or anything like that, other than just my time. It weighs on people. So everybody can go around and have a fake smile all they want, but, actually admitting things is a whole nother story. So, yeah, I wasn't really expecting this to get this deep, I guess, but it is what it is. So, yeah, to sum it all up, I just need to get back to doing this because I love doing it. And doing all of this is taken away from that. So, I will still randomly put stuff up when I feel like it. I'm not going to be doing this like a full-time job anymore. There's days where I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I figure out what I want to do for the day. I go out, I film for 4, 6, 8 hours, and then I come home. I'll eat, I'll shower, and then during that, I'm already starting to edit things, and I'm doing this and doing that, and I'll be up until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes, just editing and trying to figure out what what time I'm posting, and just going through all my stuff because I do everything off of a cell phone. And yeah, like there's days I'll put in 16 hours of just filming and editing for one video, and then post it the next day and start all over again. So I've gone. I've done that for days and days, weeks on end. I've been putting out this content for 6 months straight. I have over 100 videos, or just about 100 videos in the last 6 months. So there's not too many off days in all of that, and that's including weather permitting and all that kind of stuff. Like, I've been putting it out there, and I'm just not getting the return on it that I feel I should deserve. So that's it, and I'm gonna keep skating. I'm getting ready for snowboard season. I'm really excited for that. I think I need a break from just the every single day grind of skating. And yeah, it's turned into a much longer video about this than I thought it was going to. I thought I was going to be kind of short and sweet about it, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You have to do what's right for yourself first and foremost. And if you're just pumping out shit and you're not enjoying it, then what's the point of doing it? I want to enjoy this. I'm 34 years old. I've had far too many injuries to still be able to be doing the stuff that I do. I've broken my leg twice. I've broken both my ankles numerous times. I've broken my wrist multiple times, torn my shoulder out, compressed my back. I've been in multiple car accidents where I probably shouldn't have even lived through, and somehow, by whatever miracle, I walked away from them. One of them being, I had a CRX back when I was younger. Had a tire blowout on me, went off the road, hit a tree at about 65 miles an hour directly on my door. And hi, I'm still here. Like, it hit right here, right next to me. Like they said, within a foot, 6 inches. If it was any closer to me, I probably would have been dead. So I got partially knocked out, had a big lump on my head. I was all bruised up and banged up, but I got out of that car and walked away. So there's one example. I hit a tree on a dirt bike doing about 45 miles an hour through the woods head on. I got hucked right off the front of the dirt bike. I knifed the front end into the ground because I got squirrely, went out into the woods, and when I tried correcting, I just stuffed the front end right in, and it flew me straight over the bars. And last thing I remember was going towards that tree, and then lights were out. Done. I woke up, was laying on the ground, heard my dirt bike still running behind me. I went to move, and my leg was literally, it was like this. It was just completely snapped in half. I compressed my back on that one. My neck got all fucked up. I took like muscle and tissue out of this arm because I got scraped against a tree, and it was the size of my freaking thigh at one point. I couldn't move my arm for a while. Obviously, like I said, it snapped my leg in half, clean in half, all the way. I was in a full cast for over 6 months, and then a half cast, and then an air cast, and yeah, all that stuff. It was over a year of start to finish on that whole thing, and then probably at least another 6 months or 8 months after all the casts are off to get somewhat back to full strength, maybe like 80-90%. And yeah, I've been in a lot of accidents, and then I raced motocross for a long time. I got destroyed doing that stuff. It was horrible on my knees. And then a couple years ago, doing some dumb shit at the time, I messed up my knee. Came down on it and blew out my knee. And then I did it again over the winter time. So I have pretty much a ticking time bomb for a right knee. It's like a partially torn, either ACL, meniscus, something. I never got it checked. I don't know, but I know I'm smart enough to know with all my injuries what is good and what isn't. And when I get a pop and then my entire leg gives out and I'm in excruciating pain, I'm pretty sure that's your knee blowing out. So that's happened twice on the same knee, and I have not gone to get it checked. I haven't gone for a surgery, nothing like that. I've never had a single surgery in my life. So yeah, I don't know. Just the fact that I can get on a board and push at this age with all the injuries I have is a miracle, pretty much. Not to mention I've had a hernia for the last 3 years also that I deal with every single day. Every day. And yeah, it's not just a little baby hernia. It's to a point where it's this fucking big sticking out of my body, and I push it back in every day. So if any of you have the list of things and keep going also, I have nothing but respect for you. I don't care if you can't even do an ollie. So yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like you don't see the backstory on things, so you don't realize how hard it is for me to get out of bed in the morning and tell myself I'm going to go out and huck it on a skateboard, or grab my snowboard gear, go up to the biggest mountain that I can find and fucking bomb that shit, and hit every side hit and gnarly feature that I can find. So like, have some respect for people, because you have no idea what they go through on a daily basis. And yeah, it is what it is. So enough ranting, I guess. If you stuck around this long, you're gonna see that it was this is gonna be a video on its own. Yeah. So if you stick around, great. If not, oh well. I don't really care anymore. I just want to get back to doing this because I love it. And yeah, if you've watched this whole thing, thank you. You got a little bit more of an insight on what my life has been like. And yeah, hopefully we can revisit this whole thing in the future, and I can come back a little more clear-minded and get a little bit more of the appreciation I feel like I should be getting. So on that note, later.